What if I told you that one of the most studied poets of the last 100 years never published a book of poetry? He just wrote songs. Bob Dylan's lyrics have been quoted in courtrooms, studied in college classrooms, and sung by millions. But what makes his songwriting so powerful? Why do his words still feel like they're speaking directly to you, even decades later? Today, we're breaking down how Bob Dylan writes lyrics that still break you, and how his poetic legacy changed songwriting forever. Before the Nobel Prize, before the electric guitar, Dylan was just a kid from Minnesota, obsessed with Woody Guthrie. His early songs, like Blowin' in the Wind and The Times Are a Changin', weren't just protest anthems. They were crafted with literary sensibility that set him apart from other folk singers. He wasn't just writing about the world, he was writing through it, using metaphor, allegory, and structure in ways that felt more like poetry than pop. Let's break down a few examples. In A Hard Rain's a Gonna Fall, Dylan uses repetition and surreal imagery to create a sense of looming catastrophe. Lines like, I saw a newborn baby with wild wolves all around it, aren't just poetic, they're cinematic. Then there's Mr. Tambourine Man. It's not about drugs, it's about transcendence. The Tambourine Man becomes a symbol of inspiration, leading the narrator into a dreamlike escape from reality. And Tangled Up in Blue? That's Dylan playing with time like a novelist. The story jumps between perspectives and timelines, but it still feels emotionally cohesive. That's the magic of Dylan's songwriting. He breaks the rules, but the story still lands. In 1965, Dylan went electric, and the folk world lost its mind. But this wasn't just about sound, it was about language. Albums like Highway 61 Revisited and Blonde on Blonde marked a shift toward more abstract, personal, and experimental lyrics. Like a Rolling Stone wasn't a protest song, it was a character study, a takedown, a poem disguised as a rock anthem. This was Dylan unfiltered, less concerned with causes, more focused on the chaos of being human. In 2016, Dylan won the Nobel Prize in Literature. And yeah, it sparked debate. Can lyrics be literature? The Nobel Committee said yes, and they were right. Dylan's lyrics aren't just rhymes, they're layered, symbolic, and emotionally complex. They hold up on the page and in performance. That's rare. He blurred the line between song and poem, and in doing so, he redefined what songwriting could be. Here's what most people miss. Some of Dylan's best songs, like Blind Willie McTell, were never even released on studio albums. He's written under aliases, painted surrealist art, and recorded entire albums in secret with the band. And his influence, it's everywhere. From the Beatles to Kendrick Lamar, Dylan's fingerprints are all over modern songwriting. He didn't just change music, he changed how we think about words. So if you're a songwriter, a poet, or just someone who rewinds for the lyrics, Dylan is your blueprint. His songs aren't just stories, they're puzzles, prayers, punchlines, and they're still teaching us how to write with meaning. Want more stories like this? Head over to 44audio.com, where we break down the artists, albums, and lyrics that shape the way we hear the world. Because music isn't just about sound, it's a memory, a movement, a message. And Dylan, he wrote the manual.